Imagine having superhero-like powers, superhuman strength and speed like Captain America, the agility of Spider-Man, and mind control by Professor X. What does it feel like to have some of these superpowers? What if I tell you there are superhuman skills you can learn? Are you curious? Okay, let's unlock some unknowns. 9 superhuman skills you can learn. Number 1. Superhuman strength. The ideal strength-to-weight ratio is 1.25 to 1 for men and 0.8 to 1 for women at 1 rm. This means a 75 kg male should lift 93.75 kg at 1 repetition maximum for bench press. A male beginner deadlift standard is a 1-to-1 ratio. The pound-for-pound world's strongest man, Dennis Rogers, is 168 centimeters tall, 5'6", and 76 kilograms, 168 pounds. Rogers can deadlift 213 kilograms with one hand. This is 2.8 times his body weight, and can do a dumbbell bicep curl of 53 kilograms. Some of his feat highlights are: preventing airplanes from taking off, holding back 4 Harley-Davidson motorcycles at once, rolling a frying pan with his bare hands. Unbelievable showcase of strength is also observed during fight or flight situations, like a man lifting a car to save someone's life. But these are still not studied because this is hard to imitate in the laboratory. It is said that the muscle is capable of more power but suppresses because of the presence of the Golgi tendon organ, GTO, in the muscle that limits the muscle power to prevent damage, protecting you from injuring yourself. Studies suggest that you can tap into this superhuman strength via plyometrics. Plyometrics, also known as jump training or plyos, exercises in which muscles exert maximum force in short intervals of time, to increase power to access the dormant strength in our muscles by partially bypassing a natural function of the nervous system called inhibition reflex and developing the fast-twitch muscle fibers. Number 2. Superhuman speed. Sprinters have been found to have a greater percentage of fast-twitch muscle fibers, 75%. This allows greater production of force, power, and speed of movement. Fast-twitch muscle fiber. This is the same fast-twitch muscle fiber discussed in the previous skill regarding super strength and is trained largely with the same type of concepts, plyometrics and explosiveness, as well as focusing these types of training on the muscle groups necessary for the abilities you want to achieve. The average human speed is 13 km per hour for men and 10 km per hour for women. The average human athlete's sprinting speed was then calculated to be 29.34 km per hour. The greatest sprinter, Usain Bolt, reached a top speed of 44.72 km per hour. This is more than thrice the average human speed. Speed should be complemented by the fast reaction to further utilize this skill. The best way to train reaction time is through reaction-oriented activities, such as the hand slap game and speed bag training, as well as through visual athletic training, such as robopong, focus loop, and Brock string exercises. Number 3. Incredible agility. Another skill best complements your speed skill is agility. To have the best mobility in terrain and obstacles is parkour. With its root in military obstacle training and martial arts combined with the gymnastic maneuver. Parkour includes running, climbing, swinging, vaulting, jumping, plyometrics, rolling, and quadrupedal movement. Parkour is an athletic training discipline or sport in which a practitioner attempts to get from one point to another through obstacles in the most efficient way possible without assisting equipment and often while performing artistic gymnastic maneuvers. Number 4. Flexibility. Flexibility is an important component of physical fitness. It improves human performance in physical activities, decreases your risk of injuries, helps your joints move through their full range of motion, increases muscle blood flow, enables your muscles to work most effectively, improves your ability to do daily activities, and healing and recovery are also dramatically increased with superior flexibility. This is also essential in most the martial art discipline, increases the striking power and reach. Yoga is one of the best forms of activity for you to increase your flexibility and core strength. People who participate in repetitive motion activities, think cycling, running, and swimming, are at the highest risk of developing tightness in their muscles and joints. Number 5. Durability. Durability is one of the primary stats of any character. It refers to the amount of energy it takes to damage a character. Withstanding physical damage is also as important as inflicting damage in the contact sport. This can be. Methods of body conditioning have been used for many years in the world of martial arts, one of the most common concepts being bone mineralization, also called calcification. Calcification is a process in which calcium builds up in body tissue, causing the tissue to harden. This can be achieved through Wolff's law, the idea that naturally healthy bones will adapt and change to adapt to the stress that it is subjected to. For example, if the bones are subjected to heavier and heavier loads, they will naturally reconstruct themselves to accommodate that weight. This is how bones typically respond to stress. The bone subjected to stress through striking develops microcracks. The body will reconstruct and fill the cracks, which then will result in a denser bone. The same concept with muscle. After you work out, your body repairs or replaces damaged muscle fibers through a cellular process where it fuses muscle fibers to form new muscle protein strands or myofibrils. These repaired myofibrils increase in thickness and number to create muscle hypertrophy. You can also monk's technique called Qigong and a special method of breathing with the lower abdomen to transform their bodies into armor. This will allow you to withstand powerful blows, including those from dangerous, and sometimes sharp, objects. Number 6. Surviving extreme temperatures. Another variation of physical fortitude is surviving extreme temperatures. Dutch extreme athlete Wim Hof got his nickname, the Iceman, by breaking several records related to cold exposure, including climbing Mount Kilimanjaro in shorts, running a half marathon above the Arctic Circle barefoot, and standing in a container while covered with ice cubes for more than 112 minutes. This can be achieved and trained through the Wim Hof method, is a way to keep your body and mind in their optimal natural state. This method states that humans have the innate ability to withstand low temperatures and wild climates and dangerous environments, advancing to the future where we live in cities with comfort. This innate survival instinct was no longer needed and became dormant. The Wim Hof method combines breathing, cold therapy, and commitment to help you connect more deeply to your body. It involves powerful inhalation, relaxed exhalation, and prolonged breath holds. Proponents say the technique can lead to help humans tap back into the innate survival capacity, increased energy, better sleep, reduced stress levels, heightened focus and determination, increased willpower, and Number 7. Enhanced immunity. Another benefit of the Wim Hof technique is the increase of the immune system. Scientists tested Hof and his 12 students, and the documented results were resisting symptoms of an endotoxin introduced in a medical laboratory. Steve Ludwin, widely known as the man who injects snake venom, developed antibodies to resist snake venoms and contributed to the farming of antivenom. You can intentionally introduce these viruses and poison to your body immune system that will trigger to produce antibodies. This is the same process as vaccination. The vaccine contains weakened or inactive parts of disease-causing germ called antigens. Number 8. Apnea diving. Also called as free diving, breath hold diving, or skin diving, is a form of underwater diving that relies on breath holding until resurfacing rather than the use of breathing apparatus such as scuba gear. Most people can hold their breath for somewhere between 30 seconds and up to 2 minutes, but the Bajau people of Philippines, known to many as sea nomads, are renowned for their amazing diving abilities. Some can hold their breath for 13 minutes at a time, plunging dozens of meters below the surface of the sea with nothing more than goggles and weight. This is because of their mastery of the diving reflex and larger spleen. The spleen stores oxygen-rich red blood cells that it can release into the bloodstream, enabling divers to hold their breath for longer periods underwater. The diving response in human beings is characterized by breath holding, slowing of the heart rate, diving bradycardia, reduction of limb blood flow, and a gradual rise in the mean arterial blood pressure. Often used by free divers, this practice consists of holding your breath for 1 minute, resting by breathing normally for 90 seconds, and then repeating that hold for another minute. You then gradually reduce your normal breathing rest by 15 seconds each time. Learn to store oxygen by following oxygen tables. Repetitive deep diving increases the efficiency of the dive reflex, causing increased bradycardia and a more effective blood shift. It also develops the flexibility of the diaphragm, lung tissue, and thoracic cavity. Number 9. Mind control. Also known as menticide, coercive persuasion, thought control, thought reform, and forced re-education, is the concept that the human mind can be altered or controlled by certain psychological techniques. Brainwashing is said to reduce its subject's ability to think critically or independently, to allow the introduction of new, unwanted thoughts and ideas into their minds, as well as to change their attitudes, values, and beliefs. Manipulation, suggestion, neuro-linguistic programming, and seduction are a few variations of mind control using psychological techniques. Understanding the cue, routine, and reward in the habit loop on how habit work, human can leverage this by deliberately altering this to your desired result. Combine this with the marketing strategy using high-level visual, geometrical, and color psychology to hit the subconscious mind, leveraging the human cognitive biases to drive the decision-making to your advantage. These psychological techniques are commonly used in the social media algorithm, advertisement and mainstream media, lawyers, debaters, crime negotiators, and marketing. The 9 skills are all possible, but it's not an easy feat. To achieve this level, one needs constant deliberate practice. This item is a token of appreciation for staying up to this. Bonus, echolocation. A human can see through vibration. Echolocation is common in marine mammal and bats. They use this to see in the deep dark ocean. With enough training, you can learn how to echolocate, using tongue to make clicking sounds and interpreting the echoes that come back, reflected from the surrounding environment. Most famous of this skill is Daniel Kish, a blind who can ride a bike and navigate the world via echolocation. Congratulations for staying up to the end. Tell me something I don't know in the comments. Until next time, bye.